Hello, good morning. This is Dr. Jerry Cuomo. I'm here with my patient. We're going to do a couple of class 2 fillings. One's on tooth number 2, the other on tooth number 5. 2 and 5 both have radiographic evidence of decay, proximal decay. And during my exam, what I did was transilluminate the in between the teeth, and we did find not only on the radiograph but also in the mouth. So reason why, perhaps there might have been a food trap at one time or a micro crack that could have caused the area of decay. So we're going to go ahead. We've isolated with the rubber dam, and now we've also added a few other barriers, these little wedges that are in place. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare. I'm using a 330 and preparing. I'm taking out the old composite. Any little water on the mirror, please? Okay. Okay, so you can see how my handpiece is just a little bit in the way of that. So I'm going to get a smaller handpiece next, but I'm going to move to a contoured handpiece first. Let's see if this helps. The other one was more of a square type. This is more of a beveled. And that fits a little nicer, so we'll go back in there. I noticed the anatomy was fairly flat on the original composite, and we're going to try to add some anatomy there. And you notice there's some kind of a liner underneath that was used. Tissue, please. Tissue, please. All right. I'll sneak in again. We're about a good 2 millimeters in depth now. And you can see the area of decay hiding under the composite. Obviously that didn't show up on an x-ray, so that's even good that we're finding other things hidden underneath. So I'm going to take this. It's not easy to take composite out completely, so sometimes we got to switch the water off and just work on composite just because of the visual acuity. We want to get better visual. Alright, so now the water is off, so we're just going to dry it only. Let's see if we can be a little more efficient time-wise. Again, this is a 330 burr. You just got to really take your time removing, suction only, removing the old filling. And you'll get a nice result. This is the lingual groove of number 2. We're going to go back there and take a look at that. Alright. Just about ready to drop the box on the mesial aspects as a class 2 MOL fairly large MOL. There's some decay there. Alright. Start seeing more of a white powderedness to the filings. That's still composite. It's quite involved. Now I'm going to drop my box and toward the lingual. I see all the decay right there. So it's gone. So I'm going to put the water back on because I think we're getting closer to dentin now. Water back on. Make sure that's in the middle of the viewer. Okay, take a little more off. AM. Now we are going to break contact so that we can get in. So separate one from the other, and we'll check the distal AM, distal aspect of tooth number 3, this first molar. All right. So, not as ideal as a tooth with just a little bit of decay because you got an old filling to take out. I like using a 330 because it gets into small places. It's a good one to use. Okay. All right, AM. Okay, now I'm going to use a round burr. And we're going to remove some decay. I'll ask for water now. That's the spot right there. Okay, dry it now. Let me just show you. So it's at least the depth of the burr. And this is just removing soft dentin. Great. Water again, please. This one's extending toward the lingual. Examining the adjacent tooth, I don't see much going on. We'll go in a little closer. Actually looks good. And what you're seeing is the wedge and the dam itself. And there's still some composite there on the distal lingual. We're going to remove that. You doing okay? Mm-hmm. Great. Almost done here. So, back in here. I'll check it with the scaler after drying it. And continue to dry. Okay. So now I'm just going to go around with a fine diamond in the box area. I'm going to finish that. And then once I'm done with that, I'll check with a coarse diamond throughout. And just to, yep, suction underneath. Glasses. Yep.
Is that what you wanted?
Okay. And I'm going to get rid of the jagged. This is attention to detail that's a must. So you're getting rid of irregularities in the wall of the buccal and lingual wall of the box. On this side, that's nice and smooth. Now you can see right in the gingival lingual line angle right there in the box, there's some active area of decay. I'm going to get rid of that while I'm in there. And finish now the prep. Staying away from the adjacent tooth. Alright, now we're going to get rid of some more decay. I need some more water. Okay. And we're going to use Theracal. That's a nice liner to use. Calcium base, light curable. Theracal. AM. Okay, and one other area now. And we'll do a final check. Right there, and right in here. Ensure we have it all. And then what I like to do is get my bonding light and just transilluminate the tooth. We'll cover up now. Easy enough. Do a little transillumination. You might not be able to see this on the video, but I'm looking now for any opaque areas internally. It looks great. So again, I'm going to go through just with a coarse diamond now, just to score the internal aspect as well as make sure there's no more composite in there. So I'm going to use a KS KS0, and we'll just sneak that in there and literally just run it dry now, just dry. And at the cavo surface margin, I'm going to polish that because I want to have a nice margin. This looks great. All right. I'll take the scaler again. There's got some staining right here. We'll get rid of that. Right there. Alright. This one is done. One more thing. Polish the occlusoid, which I did say I was going to do. So, any margin that you can reach and just smoothing, because microscopically, obviously, we'll take another burr. Alright, flame tip. And all I'm going to do is just polish any irregularities. Alright. We'll dry that thoroughly. Okay. That one's finished. This is cavity cleanser, chlorhexidine, gluconate. We'll let it soak for 10-15 seconds, killing all the bugs, hopefully. Reducing the microbial amounts. In other words, we're disinfecting it. Okay, rinse again. Now we want band application. Now we want to go ahead and place our filling. We've got one more filling to do today on this other bicuspid, but I want to get this one done, taken care of. So I'm going to switch you to the next video, so stay tuned for part 2. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Jerry Cuomo here in the Boca Raton office. giving you a class 2 preparation, MODL, quite a large one, so we're going to put in some nice anatomy. All right, see you in the next clip.